Hello, my name is Simon, and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. We just lost 2-0 at home to Watford. What a load of Yeah, as with the game last week, it's quite tough to pick out positives, but Nathan Ake again looked a step above most of his teammates, which is quite worrying in itself. Begovic made several good saves, including a one-on-one, and Benikafobe worked hard up front, lacked a bit of quality, but bustled away and tried to make things happen. And the new programme design's quite nice, I guess. Okay, again, it's one of those ones where I start by saying, where do I start? Because there was so much that was wrong this Saturday, not just on the pitch either. It was a new season ticket design where you scan the cards in, and there was huge trouble at the turnstiles. I get to matches rather early, so I didn't have any problems, but there were queues coming in, and you can see, hopefully from this clip that I'm playing right now, how empty the stands were just a couple of minutes into the match. So clearly people were struggling to get in, so that's a black mark against the club. I don't know exactly what went wrong, but it's not great either way. And then what happened on the pitch itself was even worse. I mean, those people who struggled to get in, they should have just not even bothered, to be honest with you. And yeah, the game, we were flat as anything again. Like West Bromwich Albion, we just looked like we weren't going to create anything all game. We struggled to even get shots on target. We struggled to get anything going. And as the home side, that's incredibly disappointing. Watford were well organised, have some really talented individuals. Richarlison on the wing is ripped Adam Smith apart. There were very few of our players that could really hold their heads high at all. Midfield again, barely any creation, and we stuck strikers on with the hope that they'd manage to get something, but they weren't getting any supply from midfield. The balls were just going long. We didn't seem to have a plan or know what we were doing. As I said, Arter and Sermon were both awful. Fraser on the wing did nothing. Up front, King was incredibly poor for his standards. As I've said, Afobe at least worked hard, but King was just well off the pace. I know he prefers to play as the main striker, not the one behind the striker, but even so, he should be putting in a better display than that. Defensively, we were also poor. Charlie Daniels looked shaky, but not as shaky as Steve Cook, who put in the worst performance I've seen him put in for well over a season. I know he made a clanger last season against Arsenal, but the rest of the game he played well. But today he was just dreadful. He looked shaky. When Gray was running at him, he just didn't look sure of himself. He was the one that gave away that one-on-one opportunity I mentioned. Just generally sloppy play. Too many times our defenders just looked to just hoof the ball forward rather than pass it out. As I said, we didn't seem to have a plan. Another problem, Eddie Howe's substitutions were bizarre, because he took off Benikafobe and kept King on, and he took Ibe off and kept Fraser on. And those were bizarre substitutions in my mind, and I think most of the people in the stadium didn't really seem to understand it. And yeah, it just seems like players are being picked on their reputation or the amount of time they've been in the team, and that just simply can't happen. In midfield, Gosling and Lewis Cook probably would have almost certainly put in better displays than Arter and Sermon did today, so I'm not sure what they have to do to get a start. Obviously we play Birmingham on Tuesday and they'll probably get a chance, but even if they play well, it just doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get in, which is a bit disappointing. It sounds a bit doom and gloom. We're only 2 games into the season, but with our next 2 games being Manchester City at home and Arsenal away, it doesn't bode particularly well, does it? Well, obviously our performance was terrible. Watford were a very good side, so I can't really complain about them. I mean, they did a couple of time-wasting things at the end, but it wasn't excessive in any way, I don't think. So yeah, I would just say our performance was just awful. Very little, to be honest. I found it quite amusing how Gomez threw the ball so hard he throws himself over in the process. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not surprised no one's got in touch. I've done this quite quickly because, to be honest, I just want to get it over with. But yeah, nobody's got in touch. I looked across Twitter and Facebook, and they're pretty much saying similar things. How Sermon and Arter, I don't know what they have to do to not be in the team anymore. There just seems to be a lot of players that aren't in their own merit or performances. I don't know what Eddie Howe is basing it on, whether he has stats from training that he goes on, but it's quite clear, just using your eyes in matches, that these two players in midfield are not going to do it at the moment. The level they're playing at, it's just not good enough. So yeah, I don't really know where we can go from here. A lot of people are worried now. Obviously, they think we're going to lose the next 2 games, which I can't really argue with that. And then it puts huge pressure on the game after that, which is Brighton at home, which is, you don't want to go into that game needing to win. I'd hope we could win it, but it's going to be a tough game. That could be a 6-pointer already. I don't want to get too dramatic though. It's still a long way to go, but there's some real issues to sort out. So yeah, that's all for this episode. I talked for as long as it's possible to talk about that atrocious display, which I give a rating of 1 out of 5. Thanks for watching. If you're a Watford fan, fair play, you won, you thrashed us. You were the far better side. I don't think we played well, but we had to match your effort level to at least get near you, and we didn't even do that. So, fair play. Please do follow AFCB Analysis on Twitter, which is twitter.com AFCB Analysis, and facebook.com/AFCB Analysis. Follow those pages. Get involved. Comment on what you think before games, because I usually do a preview before games. And subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. Leave me a comment. I don't mind if it's abusive or if you want to laugh. If you're a Watford fan, that's fine. Bring it on. Thanks again for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.